5.
Going to be just washing my hands and kind of this first step. My dad was trying to put ice in there. But otherwise, we're going to be cooking cheesy potatoes, mashed potatoes. So basically just get water in a pot or pan. I'm probably going to cut up the potatoes that way they boil a bit faster.
You need to wash your potatoes.
Yes. That way it's a bit closer to the sink.
I'm going to show the camera this real quick. A friend of mine gave me this Yeti cup. He got them engraved. It's got a red fish on it. First time I've ever had a Yeti cup. We also have the high school bass fishing team cup that they
I think Amanda might be making another cup like that.
gave the captains last year. Unfortunately, I've dropped it and the lid has seen better days. Missing a couple chunks off the lid.
Is anyone joining?
Doesn't look like it, if I know what I'm looking for.
It's the like person icon at the top.
0. Apparently, might be. You're doing it at 3 something in the afternoon.
Oh, sweet out. Guess it just depends on the school.
Our cat now has diabetes. We tried to put a sensor on her. She got the first one, her hair starting to grow back. She got it off in 2 days. The second one came off, she got it off in about 30 minutes. I was not very happy with her on that one.
I don't want to burn them all.
I love that you're back to using paper towels for everything instead of a plate or something, so.
It's not horrible for that, since please don't dry things off.
Okay.
I don't know why I dried it off though. So I'm just going to be putting it right back in water.
You gotta cut those up, right? So the
Oh yeah, I forgot. Bro, that's the reason why I dried them off.
Hey, we got 2 people watching now. A said hi.
Hello. No, I have a problem.
Set the whole ones on this plate. And then put the ones you already, never mind. You might want to cut them up a little smaller. Yeah. And then the one has a black spot in it, so cut the black spot out.
This one?
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was okay or not. Good enough, you think?
Yeah. There's a trash can over there, you remember?
You gonna show the trash cans live?
Fishing Mission is trying to make cheesy mashed potatoes. They asked what you were doing, so. probably watching your knife skills.
Oh wait, they didn't exist.
Talk them through what.
It's gonna be about pool.
Talk them through what you're doing, too, boy.
Just putting water in here so that we're able to boil it. Probably need quite a bit. This is the biggest pot I could find so far. Then like pasta, which I'm gonna do it for potatoes. Some people add salt to the water. Not 100% sure why. I think it's because it like foams or something. I don't know. Because it doesn't normally do that if you don't. Not too sure, man. Should I do it on one or two, you think?
I'll do it on the inner one.
Okay. Now it's gonna be very boring.
Why don't you show them the ingredients you plan on using?
Yeah. So this is going to be what I'm going to be using. I'll eventually add some salt to the water, pepper, heavy whipping cream, and cheese. I'm going to see if I can do a poll, because I found it. Start a poll. Just because that's something I will be doing for the next live stream. I'm currently typing something. I'm guessing this one will be about even, but I could be wrong. Since I normally do fishing on my channel, I've done quite a few cooking videos, and this is a cooking video. So I don't know which people will vote more.
Can you really call what you do cooking?
No. See, we just have it on high. It'll take a little bit to get heated up. My dad has had a crock pot going while he's at work and I'm at school. Chicken or turkey?
Chicken.
I couldn't tell. I can't remember either. But a cat's begging for food.
This is almost like watching a pot boil.
Watching paint dry. So that was about it so far. I figured it'd be a bit better for live stream than our fishing live streams, just because of being able to know when we're going to cook. Unlike fishing, you know when you're gonna fish, but you don't know when you're gonna catch a fish. And I feel like cooking is a little more entertaining on like command or whatever.
You probably should have prepped the stuff and had it boiling before you started it, though.
Okay, that's true. Should I show what the leftovers from yesterday is or whatever? I don't know. Never mind.
Can't remember if it's risotto and mushrooms or whatever from Trader Joe's was pretty good.
Yeah.
A frozen, I think it's risotto and mushrooms.
Then lima beans, which really are just lima beans. Don't know what else to describe them as. But this is fairly good.
Show them your persimmons.
Oh yeah. My dad bought some fuyu persimmons. And I did a community post about some bus aid, kind of both. They basically asked a neighbor if he could if those were persimmons and if you could have some. They said yes. And then he gave me one on the bus. So I took it home. It was kind of more like a sweet, not like bitter at old tomato, if that makes sense. These are more like apples.
Yeah, wild persimmons that I've had, as long as you get them when they're ripe, they're very good. If they're not ripe, they're extremely bitter.
They're not bitter. They're like, it's not bitter, it's something else. It's like moisture or whatever being sucked out of your mouth. When he described it, it's not bitter.
Okay, so I'd never had store-bought persimmons before. They're not bad. I don't think they're quite ripe enough yet, but they're pretty good. Exciting.
6 people or 3 people join. So just waiting for water to boil. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Maybe I could talk about the other live stream. Then it walks away.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Didn't know you were talking to me.
Should I talk about the other live stream?
Yeah, I don't know what your plan is with that.
I was going to start polls. It's going to start at 9 a.m. tomorrow. But I was going to do a few polls that was basically going to be like, before we leave to go fishing, then do a video of it instead of a live stream. The live stream is to get the rules for a video and kind of a challenge to it. So it's going to be viewers aside.
I told him we should be at the lake before he starts it, so we can fish instead of not leaving the house until 9.
Okay, if you want to do that, fine. I don't really care. Cutting them up is probably fairly good, and they'll at least cook a little bit faster. But maybe Dad was right. I should have cut them up a bit smaller. So they're in the smoke or steam a little bit. You know what I
How do you get a
mean?
mashing, by the way?
A fork?
Okay, because I don't think we have mashing.
Maybe I think might. I think it's over here if we do.
I have to look.
We have a wisp. I thought it was somewhere in here. Is this not it?
No, that's a slicer thing. It's not a masher, but I mean, we could do it and make it a little bit.
There was a masher, I thought. It was like one of the square ones.
I don't think we've ever had one, boy.
It was like a square one, I swear.
Unless you talk me into buying one sometime.
No, we've had it for a long time. It was the square one that was like spiked or whatever, I thought.
I hope you understand that.
Yeah, I just can't find it. We don't have it. I'm gonna do another poll. Just because to see if I can do the hat. Yeah, there says there's already ongoing poll. You can end it. Okay. I didn't realize you could do polls on live streams for a long time. I looked it up, and that's very simple.
Alright, I'm gonna do something outside while you're watching water boil.
Okay, really?
I got some stuff I need to do with the boat.
I think I'm going to, I don't know, thought about going to see what my dad was doing, because I'm thinking he's prepping the boat and stuff. So we were just going to do cheesy mashed potatoes, is in the title. So far, basically just cut up mashed potatoes or potatoes and put them in a pot with boiling water to let it boil. The other stuff we have is my dad did some chicken in a crock pot, some rice, and lima beans that we have left over. And this is what I'm going to add to the mashed potatoes: salt, pepper, heavy whipping cream, cheese, and this ranch seasoning, since it kind of has a like herby flavor or whatever. It's not the same as like ranch dressing. I think it'll be better. Turn down just a little bit. Then I'm gonna go check what my dad's doing. I'm right back. Dad,
What?
do you want to explain what you're doing?
Sure. They probably can't hear me right now.
They might be able to. I don't know.
Huh?
They might be able to. Just try.
Alright. So I'm taking the cover tarp off the boat right now. And then I've got some little rubber bumpers that I'm going to put underneath the hatches to try to quiet them down. So I got some other ones I had laying around the house that I used that they're not sturdy enough and they're just smashing and kind of getting ruined. So I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a minute.
Currently just rolling up tarp just so we can put it away.
The universal tarp from Bass Pro worked pretty good for me. So far it's held up.
Do you mind taking my phone?
Yeah.
Taking him. Didn't realize we had a tarp on the motor.
Where you going? Oh. Whose live stream is this? So what I'm doing, see these little bumpers? When you shut these lids, if you drop it and don't do it quiet, you know, you can set them down easy, but I put these little foam pieces and it's just cut them in half. So hadn't worked out too well. I'm gonna try these hard plastic rubber ones, see if it works any better for me, because these sure didn't help right here. They helped initially, but then time you walk, you know, when this lid's shut, you're walking over it on top of it when you're fishing, and it just cut them all in half. The aluminum on aluminum is pretty noisy. So he ran off. I'm not sure where he went, but oh, he's coming back. Little trash can right here in the center console, which works out great. I spilt coffee all over it last time and didn't wash it off, so I need to wash that off this trip.
Show the sticker.
Oh. Got this sticker somebody, Coach Bobo, his bass team coach, made for him. I don't know what that black is right there. Had never noticed that before. All right, you gonna take your phone back so I can do this?
Do I have to?
I need both hands.
Okay, I don't know.
Grab a rag.
He bought some things so since the old ones wore out, so the lockers or whatever you want to call them will close a little bit quieter. It's this little like stopper or whatever. And also I did a bowl fishing or cooking videos, if which one you prefer. 0 people. As soon as I said that.
Quieter. Much quieter.
Yep.
It's not perfect by any means, but much quieter. Don't forget about your boiling water, by the way.
Yes, that's what I was checking on. Do you want to take the phone back for a little bit?
Sure.
You just...
All right. While we're waiting on the potatoes to boil and soften, I came out to work on the boat. Not really work on it, just add something. So these aluminum on aluminum lids, if you drop them, they got a pretty loud noise, so I'm adding these little bumpers. See if it helps it. Oh, slid right off. Originally I did the little foam ones that I had quite a bit. It quietened it down some for me. So this time, these are thicker and hard compared to the foam. I'm trying to put them where it doesn't contact quite as much. So maybe it gives it a little more room and won't smash them as bad. Sorry about that on the camera angle. Needed 2 hands for a minute. Wasn't working too good for me.
How much longer you been working on the boat?
Not too much. How's your potatoes coming?
Probably like a little bit over halfway done. How many more minutes do you think you'll be before you come back inside?
Well, if I had 2 hands, it'd be quicker.
Okay. We will go back inside and continue doing like cooking or whatever. This is just kind of a distraction because it'll take a little bit further to boil and all of that.
I come out here to do it, and he followed me with the phone. Show him the boat if you want to.
We have a Avid Boat center console, 20 or 200 horsepower. What is it? 23 mag.
Yeah, the model's a 23 mag.
It's basically in between a saltwater boat and a freshwater boat, so we like it quite well since we do both. Oh, I just now thought about it. I never asked which one's better. I just said yes or no on the poll since that was the default. Oh, hello. You commented on quite a few of my videos, and thank you for subscribing and all that. He does like Minecraft or whatever. I've seen some of your videos. There's no option to edit the poll. I'm just gonna end it and restart it. If I can delete it. I'll do a different one. What is, or I don't know. How about this? Do you prefer mashed potatoes or chips? I'll just leave it as yes or no. Wait, that's the option in mine. I was doing the exact same thing. See, it's boiling fairly good now. Two people voted. But because I wrote the actual right thing instead of just saying yes or no. I think chips and mashed potatoes, chips can be as good. Depends on what sort of chips, I think. There's way more chips than mashed potatoes, I think. The mashed potatoes are typically mashed potatoes, they don't change as much. Our cat's a tabby cat. Fairly friendly cat. Kind of shy of strangers and stuff. Tried to see if they're a little bit softer. They're still taking a little bit, not much longer. Maybe like 3/4 of the way or a little bit less. This I'm trying to do actual potatoes. So I was just gonna do, turn down a little bit. It did spill a little bit. I normally, for mashed potatoes, we do like one of the Idaho packets and we'll add stuff to it. This time I'm using real potatoes. Salt, I put already in the water. Pepper, we have to add this to the potatoes as well. Heavy whipping cream. Cheese, probably all the cheese. There's quite a few potatoes. And ranch seasoning. Chef John just published an awesome video on 3 milk mashed potatoes. Okay. I don't know who Chef John is. I watch some cooking YouTubers like Chef Cuso, Nick Giovanni. I think Shaq has a cooking channel, and that's where Nick Giovanni did a collab with him. Patrick, there's someone that does cooking videos. He has a very particular style of content, which is one of the ones I've seen is like 3 ingredients, probably max of 5. He does like lower ingredients. But yeah. Is Chef John, who is that? I might have seen him, I don't know. Okay, it's like Nick Giovanni. I think Nick Giovanni, anyways, on YouTube, not overall. He passed Gordon Ramsay on subscribers on YouTube, which is fairly cool. So also, to you, Kevin, we also have chicken, which we just did in a crock pot. This wasn't on stream. Would have took forever. And some leftovers. That poll thing was a bit funny. Where I just said yes or no.
Now you really are watching water boil.
Yes. It wasn't even boiling before. And did spill just a little bit right there.
You're probably holding your phone over it, steaming it up so they can't see anything.
There's the putty cat again. Someone said it was a cute cat.
Yep. see, my Amazon package was supposed to be here for the USB port that quit working on the boat.
I haven't heard of either one of them actually. Chef John or Gene Pierre.
Oh yeah,
Who is that?
John Pier. It's you don't pronounce it like it looks.
Okay.
I can't say it right.
Barbecue is kind of interesting for mashed potatoes.
Don't give him ideas.
Some glad they did come with that.
Nothing for you. Do you want something?
Get like size.
Come on, I'll give it to you over here. Now you heard the tinkling noise as she's looking in the bowl.
I can definitely hear it.
Sounds like a bell.
Yeah.
Since you're still watching water, well, I'm gonna go out and do something else.
It's almost being fairly easy to cut, so I'm using the wrong side of the knife. Should I just take them out or should I wait a little bit longer?
Let me see.
I think that's the wrong side of the knife that I'm using.
Oh yeah, a lot of people peel them before you make mashed potatoes, but
Yeah.
yours are going to be more natural mashed potatoes.
Yeah. Well, I
Really?
think you have to with sweet potatoes.
You turned this down a bunch, didn't you?
Yeah.
You barely got it boiling.
Well, that's because the water's kind of high. Why are you cutting it up? All of
It'll
it.
make it easier for you to mash, but yeah, they need a little bit longer before you mash them, okay?
Okay. That's what I thought, but I didn't know.
If you get your lid out for this pot, it'll be easier to drain
Can
the
you
water
do me a
out.
favor real fast?
What?
Would you show... While this cooks a bit longer, I was going to show the basil plant.
Well, take it out there and show them.
Okay.
I'll see if I can find something better for you.
Or would you do it? I'll do it, never mind. We've been doing or growing a basil plant. It's not doing too bad. It's just right out here. Here it is. See, it's doing fairly well. I thought about using it as a garnish for the mashed potatoes. These are the seeds or flowers you see. That's how you'll be able to replant it. And the leaves are what you eat. So I might go ahead and pick a few, I don't know. This is a good one. Decent sized one, I think, right there. I'm gonna pick some larger ones just because. That'll be good enough, I guess. I'm gonna go back inside. We also have a pineapple plant. Will you be willing to hold that for a little bit?
Sure. I agree. Mashed potatoes are better than chips if you want real food. He's doing something with his basil. Oh, I think he rolls it, so when he cuts it, I have no clue.
They can't really do it.
I don't know why you cut it that way when you rolled it.
I don't know either.
We don't have a potato masher, so I grabbed a couple things out for him to use it.
I was gonna do a bowl and a fork. It isn't horrible, is it? It's like minced. I'm try to roll this one up and do it right.
Hey, Kevin.
Is that your coworker? I didn't realize that.
That's called a chef a nod cut.
What?
I think he's telling you what you're doing, what it's called.
Okay. Apparently he knows more than me.
Let's just say he knows how to cook.
Unlike me.
All right. Now what are you doing?
This for the mashed potatoes or a larger one? Like that.
You can do them. You can leave them in the pot for drain the water out of it
Alright, I think put that.
and put it back in there.
Those didn't seem right.
Yep. Third one. I see you salted the stove.
Did I? No.
So chiffonade cutting comes from the French word rag. That sounds good. I've got some chicken breast in the crock pot that I did today. And then we got some leftover sides other than him making his cheesy mashed potatoes, which he's never made before.
Yes, I have. Mashed potatoes, right? No, actually not from potatoes.
Yeah.
We'll try to use this, probably.
Yeah, if you want to see if you can, I would stab it down in there more, but I thought about putting them in a plate, using the other thing on them, and then finishing them off with that, but that'll work.
They
Just-
get everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put it back on the heat.
See you, Kevin.
I didn't realize that was your coworker. I didn't realize that.
It took me a minute. His picture is really small, but hey, move that off the heat.
Yeah.
I know you don't have it on, but it was still. I don't have regular milk because I drink almond milk, and I normally keep heavy whipping cream around, so he likes to use heavy whipping cream and everything now.
Not bad.
Nope.
Especially for cooking.
You might. Are you gonna add butter to that?
Why
And-
not?
And heavy whipping cream?
Why not?
Okay.
I don't need butter.
But-
I'll get that out. Wish that this is here fine.
Yeah. You might add some liquid now because
Oh, we don't add butter.
they're looking very dry.
Should I just do this or should I do after butter? Which one? This okay, you think?
Yeah. They're starting to be done. He's got to continue smashing them, and to me, they were drying out pretty good. So he's going to go ahead and add some butter
Butter with
and some
flour.
heavy whipping cream. But yeah, you're right. They were getting, I could hear him sizzling a little bit when he had it back on the same burner.
Just toasty or crispy or something. Add a little bit of this, just not all of it.
Make sure you scrape it off the bottom and kind of fold it over so you get the bottom on the top.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. I'm sure there'll be a little bit of lumpy mashed potatoes, but that's how you know they're real. If they're too smooth, they're probably not real.
And if they had skin,
Yeah, leaving the skins on them is another way of telling.
let's get it over the stove.
Yes.
Just starting to get fairly close. And they strain.
Well, before you got it, getting it everywhere. Good night. Let me see it real quick. Trade me.
That's probably good enough.
Let me check on it.
Someone said chips, which is fair enough. There's more flavors in my opinion. I think mashed potatoes are better. Go ahead and get something else. Should I add more of this?
I think so.
I agree. Need you to take back the phone.
They're very lumpy still, but you've got them. I would add more of that and do your seasonings and stuff and get it all mixed up good.
Okay. And they'll be about good.
I hope they're good.
No, I meant as far as.
Yeah.
I'm fairly sure this will be good. Not get all that creative.
You could have probably done a lot more butter than what you did, but it's all right.
We're going to add butter.
Yep.
And plus the cheese will have some oil and other
You
stuff.
can move it back on the burner now. It'll still, if you don't have too much potatoes smashed on it.
Just stirring it some more, try something a little bit different, try to break it up more.
Yeah. They'll be a little lumpy, but they're not going to be bad. You got them halfway, or way better than I thought we would, relatively quickly.
You know, add these and on the bar. You should set it all.
Why, sure. All right.
That's part of the reason I didn't add very much butter. Thank you for cleaning up my mess.
A little bit of it, you still got a mess. Now he's attempting to stir the cheese in without getting it everywhere. Remember, you got to scrape that off the sides occasionally.
I'm trying to.
Use your knife to scrape that off your ladle. Or use that, never mind. I was talking about the knife to clean this off and then use this for that. And now I think we just got more on that.
I'm horrible.
Have you tried them at all?
No.
Put a little dab in your plate and then try them because you have to figure out what other stuff you need to add.
Well, I'm gonna add the ranch in me.
Okay.
My legs under the pepper. And use the other thing.
You got quite a bit of pepper on there, but you know me, I'll add too much pepper, probably.
I'm not going to add any salt. Maybe just a little bit.
Once you do your ranch seasoning too, if that's what you're gonna do.
Yep. That's a little bit herby or whatever.
Good night.
I was trying to get it broken free.
Yeah, it broke free all over the place. Trying to clean up a little bit. I'm not paying attention to my camera angles. I think you've officially made everybody go to sleep.
Really?
Yep.
I blame you.
Have you tasted them at all yet?
No.
Let's do this.
Yeah, I was gonna put some on my plate. I'm good. Just trying to go and start putting them on my plate.
Fork. Try it. See what you think.
Good.
All right. I'm gonna give you the camera back.
I think it needs more cheese. I might add more of something.
Are you gonna put your basil in there, or what are you doing with that?
I was gonna put it back on top on my plate. Do you add some more butter?
I would probably add a little more butter, yeah.
Or something flavorful, because I don't know. This is not as flavorful as what I thought. But it's not bad. What do you think would be good? Let's do some more butter, if you don't mind. Use that stove part for the stove if you want to.
I'm just gonna microwave to reheat it. Once you rinse that off, don't put potatoes in it.
Like enough.
Yep, I guess. I try not to eat very many carbs, but
Tomorrow's your cheat day.
at least try what he made before he puts more stuff in it.
Would you do me a favor? Would you stir it around?
Sure.
This has been more of a consistent live stream, I'll say. I've had mostly 2 viewers almost all times. Whether it's Kevin and one person I saw that talked to me on animation video.
It's only 20%, so I was getting the cord to plug it up.
That's fine.
You want some of these, don't you?
Yeah, would you stir that?
Yep. I would add a little salt to it myself, but if you don't want to.
I will. I put a lot of salt in the water. Do it a different way.
But don't do it all in one spot, but okay. That might be plenty.
And a little bit more of this as well. Is that okay?
Sure. I can still see potatoes, so you might as well add seasonings. Try to keep it in the pan because I just cleaned the stove. No, I was just showing them how much you got out of the pan. Yeah, not too bad, but still.
This live stream will be 1 hour long, longer than what I thought.
It takes longer to cook mashed potatoes than what you realize because of boiling them.
Yep.
That's why a lot of times we do instant potatoes.
But mashed potatoes are different, real ones. Idaho are a bit closer to real ones than some other brands.
Yep. In my opinion,
At least they don't taste like water.
the instant potatoes that look like granules instead of like flakes, I think the granule type is normally tastes better to me anyway. All right, boy.
Okay. I'm gonna try my potatoes. Or try it some more. Just add some more stuff.
Don't, never mind.
Not as much as what you thought, and most of it sticks to the spoon.
Yeah, but I was gonna. By trying them, you gave yourself a plateful instead of just trying.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna microwave your lima beans for you. But I'll use the other plate.
Yeah, it's much better with all the butter. And a little bit more seasoning. Because there was a lot of peppers. I mean, not peppers, potatoes. So we didn't add enough seasoning compared to the amount of potatoes. See you in the next live stream. 3 people voted mashed potatoes and 1 person voted chips. Out of 4 people. Probably because the video is mashed potatoes, though still. I think mashed potatoes are better. See you in the next one.